The whole experience was memorable, but I would say my favorite one was the Hagerstown show. We performed it and everything went over well, but one of the buses broke down, so we had to get the entire team onto one bus. People were laying on top of each other, trying to fit in any crevice they could on the bus, and I felt like I was part of a family.
My favorite memories are just from all the shows at elementary schools and middle schools. You go put on your performance, and then the kids come up to you after the show and they think you're a superhero, and it's all the adrenaline and just that moment. It feels amazing.
Sure. After one of the, after the party, we were walking down, a bunch of Gymkana guys and gals were walking down to Annapolis, doing handstands and everything we could do. We found the hardest thing to do a handstand on was a fire plug, because of the angle. But it was neat just seeing all of our friends walking down the street doing handstands, having fun.
One time we snuck into the secret room upstairs and jumped out of that room onto the trampoline. What we didn't know is that somehow Coach found out, which was really strange, but I don't know if he came back later, but it was, needless to say, it was pretty awesome jumping out of that tiny window and landing on the trampoline. That was like crazy.
We were doing a show at, I believe it was the Hagerstown Community College. We were doing a chairs act, and during one of the stacks, part of the stack tumbled, chair came back and it hit Angie in the head. So she was bleeding from the head, she needed to be taken to the hospital. She was still conscious, but it was just bleeding. I take her to the hospital, we walk in, and the first thing out of her mouth to the ER nurse is, "I got hit in the head with a chair." She looks at me like I just hit her, Angie, over the head with a chair. So that was about the worst look I ever got. It's pretty funny. Then we had to describe to them that we were part of an acrobatics troupe, so that I wasn't arrested at the hospital right there. So.
You know, we were setting up for the parade, and we were setting up behind another truck, and that truck said, "The Power Rangers." And we were like, "Oh snap, we're behind the Power Rangers, but where are they?" We see these guys walking down the street, and they start warming up in the grass, and we're like, "Whoa, like they look like they're about to do something." So we start doing a couple things, and then they see us, and it goes back and forth, and we keep trying to one-up each other, and then at the end they come by and they're like, "Yo, like that was awesome," like gave each other props. They walk into a trailer, they come out, the Power Rangers come out, and we're just like, dude.